Hi, my name is Nur Komarina binti Muhammad Kamal. My metric number is 264774. I'm from class BPMN3123, Group C, and this is my individual assignment video. So in this video, I will be covering two issues, which are unethical but legal and ethical but illegal issue that has happened in Malaysia. So for unethical but legal, I chose a topic regarding to cheating on an innocent wife. One of the famous Malaysian comedian, Shuk Saha, was caught cheating with another woman behind his wife's back. It happened when his wife revealed that the suspected extramarital affair on Instagram with a series of posts that included tags allegedly from the neighbor called Farah. The wife said that among the things Shukri had been seen climbing out of Farah's window, and that his shoes was left on the doorstep. So this guy Shuk had enough and promised to not cheat again on his wife. Because of the controversy, Shuk, or his real name is Muhammad Shukri Muhammad Saha, revealed that his life was affected when he lost his salary a year after his contract at the Hot FM radio station was terminated. So Shuk also acknowledges that he made a mistake and that he regrets it. So why is it unethical but legal? So first is betrayal. It's a betrayal of trust if you do it without your partner's acknowledgement. Okay, people do not betray one another's trust in the world that just about everyone can agree should be. And second is damaged family bond. There will be a gap between the parents and the kids in the future if they end up going in separate ways. Third, mental damage. This will likely to happen to the wife, that she is the one who has to cope with the situation. So to avoid that, Sira should be strong and find out a way to solve the issue between her husband. Lastly is negative reputation, but it does not define under any law. So as Shuk is known among the media, the news spread gave him really bad reputation. There are no law established related to cheating because the cheater is not usually a danger to public safety, but it does cause emotional harm to the individual who is cheated on. So, this has actually breached the ethical theory of deontological. So this theory is an ethical theory that uses rules to distinguish right from wrong. Although marriage does not have any specific rules to be followed, but cheating is already a wrong act in a relationship. So Shuk should have just followed and do his duty as a husband and a father, not lingering around with some mistress. Deontology advises not to violate the rules and responsibility of a partner. So when cheating, many consequences Shuk has to bear. So if he follows the rules and responsibility as a good spouse, makes deontologies easy to apply, and Sira and her family could live happily. So these are the solutions that can resolve the issue. Choose your partner wisely to ensure that we are on the same track, and know deeply how they would handle a relationship before jumping to the big stage. Second, do not follow trend. Marrying early does not always mean it is a good thing, okay, or the only happening ones can gain. Just because other people are doing so, that does not mean that we need to follow them too. Third, do not define marriage as your only happiness. Happiness can be sought through many perspectives, actually. So some people think that donating basic needs to poverty, achieving the target for the semester, or even receiving an offered job is their happiness. So do not define happiness in a very shallow and small scope. And lastly is to give clear and honest explanation and communicate and discuss regarding the issue. Sira deserves a clear explanation from Shuk as the issue affects her and their family. So they should discuss this matter on the same table before making any huge decisions, because sometimes it will also cause mental health problem if they do not solve them in a proper way. So for this
A
second
woman
issue,
who was
I will
recently
let this
caught
video
shoplifting at a
to
hypermarket had
explain
a
to
rare
you
guest
about the
Thursday morning.
shoplifting
She was
for
shocked to see
needy children
Petaling Jaya
case occurred
OCPD
in Petaling
Assistant
Jaya.
Commissioner Nick Ezani Muhammad Faisal at her doorstep.
Malam saya terima laporan mengatakan ada seorang wanita ditahan kerana dikatakan mencuri kek, mencuri cool fever dengan tampal plaster tampal untuk anak yang sakit, untuk budak-budak yang sakit tampal demam. Jadi saya pun berasa terpanggil untuk pergi berjumpa dengan wanita ini. Saya percaya dia ada masalah, kalau tidak dia tak akan buat upaya itu.
The woman in her 30s was caught by security guards at a hypermarket in Petaling Jaya trying to leave without paying for some food items and fever relief pads for her son. Assistant Commissioner Ezani said after studying the issue, they decided to help her by buying the items her family needed.
Orang kalau lapar, kita boleh tahan lagi. Kalau anak-anak kita lapar, itu perkara lagi. Jadi kita akan sampaikan sedikit bantuan. Beras ni dan juga ada satu kotak pack adalah dari Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat. Dan kita ada berilah apa yang cool fever untuk anak puan ini.
The woman's husband, who works as an elevator maintenance technician, currently does not have work, which is why the family is struggling to make ends meet. The Petaling Jaya police chief added that there are many channels that one can get help and advised the woman to go to his police station anytime should she need help again.
So why is it ethical but illegal? So this case is ethical because the action made by the woman was to help her children who were in need of necessities like cooling fever and foods. So if the children are suffering from no basic need, it is ethical to help them, although stealing is an illegal action. So it is a theft crime actually, and a conviction carries prison time and hefty penalties, just like most theft crimes. A charge of shoplifting may have a serious and negative impact on one's life or relationship or even the career that you are having, in addition to the criminal consequences. So in some other cases, penalties and fines were given to the criminal, like a woman was being sentenced to a day in a jail and 1,000 ringgit fine for shoplifting various objects, mostly foods, from a hypermarket. So according to the ethical theory of rights, it is an entitlement to something. In this case, the woman has a moral rights to keep her children alive and avoid them from suffering. This is her and her family's right, where she can possess to an equal extent simply by virtue of being human beings after the father is being jobless. So how can one parent feed the whole family? So the kids do not deserve to starve or even to be sick. Hence, the mother did the following action. However, this does not mean that the action was right. So the solutions are citizens should contribute some money in fundraising campaigns or charity clubs like Pertubuhan Kasih Umat, who runs by Ebit Liu. He and his teams has helped many orphans, homeless and disabled people and more by handing out basic necessities like foods, clothes, vehicles and electronic devices. Secondly, register zakat. Ensure that those who are in need are qualified to receive zakat. Muslims should take this advantage so that they will receive the number of essential needs they deserve. If the woman receives zakat, she would not have shoplifted because she will gain zakat in form of money or basic needs. So the last one is search help from other parties. Seek help from the appropriate parties such as Zakat Center, JKM branches or mosque and surrounds nearby, or even her close relatives, if face such situation. Therefore, she has to approach the respective parties in order to receive such supports. Thank you. That is all from me.